Hello everyone, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. I'm so glad you're here. Today's video takes us into the world of two well-known Turkish actors whose paths seem to remain quietly, emotionally, and maybe even poetically intertwined. We're talking about Yagmur Yüksel and Beris Baktas, two stars whose chemistry lit up the screen and whose story still stirs curiosity long after the cameras stopped rolling. Summer is just beginning, but it already feels like one name stands above the rest in Turkish showbiz this season. Yagmur Yüksel, with her natural beauty, glowing charisma, and increasing presence in both media and public life, Yagmur has transformed herself into something more than just an actress. She has become a symbol of freedom, of power, and of personal reinvention. Over the last few weeks, she has been everywhere. On magazine covers, in sun-soaked photo shoots, at high-profile events. Her energy seems magnetic, confident yet calm, elegant yet effortlessly approachable. But in the middle of all the glitz and glamour, there's been a quieter undercurrent, something unspoken yet deeply felt by her most devoted fans. It's the lingering presence of someone not physically next to her anymore, but still very much present in the public's imagination. Beris Baktas. From the very start, Yagmur and Beris shared a screen connection that viewers couldn't get enough of, though they never openly confirmed a romantic relationship. Their body language, their interviews, their shared vacations, and social media posts made it impossible not to wonder, were they just co-stars? Or was something more delicate and meaningful developing between them, just outside of the camera's view? In recent weeks, Yagmur's transformation has been on full display. She stepped into a new version of herself, stronger, freer, and more unapologetically expressive. On Instagram, where she has now surpassed 1 million followers, she posted a series of beachside photos. Not just selfies or fashion shots, but images that felt like portraits of her soul. Standing barefoot in the sand, looking out at the horizon with wind in her hair and the colors of the sunset wrapping around her, she seemed to be saying, "This is me now, and I am not waiting for anyone." In a recent interview, when asked about her new mindset, she said, "This summer is for me. For reconnecting with who I really am, for letting go of labels. I don't need anyone to tell me who to be anymore." Those words resonated. Her followers filled the comments with messages of support and admiration, especially young women who saw her as a role model, not just for her success, but for her emotional honesty. But of course, it didn't stop there. Later in the same interview, when the topic of love came up, her tone changed slightly. She smiled, not with the giddiness of someone in love, but with a certain softness that only comes from remembering. She said, "Sometimes the heart holds on to silences you can't even explain. But that too is freedom. To feel, to release, to allow something to return if it's meant to." Fans immediately connected the dots. Could she be talking about Beris? Those who followed the subtle dance between them for years know how often they've spoken without speaking. Through glances, through shared captions, through moments not meant to be analyzed, but always noticed. And lately, there have been signs. In one Instagram story, Yagmur wore a necklace she once described as a gift from someone unforgettable. In another post, she captioned a moody black and white photo with, "I miss the one who said everything by saying nothing." The internet lit up. Theories spun. Everyone had the same question. Is she missing Beris? At a public appearance just days ago, when asked if she was in love, she laughed gently and said, "I'm in love with life." And sometimes with a memory. The moment was brief, but her eyes seemed to tell the rest of the story. Meanwhile, Beris Baktas has also been making quiet waves of his own. Known for being more reserved, he has recently started posting more frequently. Mostly natureshots.com, seascapes, sunsets, and brief reflections. In one post, he wrote, "Sometimes the soul needs a break from everything, even from itself." Was it just a poetic thought, or was he speaking about something or someone that still lingers in his heart? We may never know the full truth. But here's what we do know. Both Yagmur and Barrys have built their careers with grace, hard work, and an undeniable connection with their fans. They've shared something that doesn't fade easily, a quiet bond that continues to echo through their choices, even if they don't say it out loud. Today, Yagmur stands in a moment of her life that feels like a new chapter. She's being celebrated by major brands, approached for lead roles in upcoming film projects, and appearing in headlines not because of a scandal, but because of her strength. On the red carpet in Istanbul last week, she stunned in an emerald satin dress. Elegant, powerful, unforgettable. When asked about her new image, she simply replied, "It's just me, in a different chapter. Every version of me is real." And that's exactly what makes her so magnetic. There's something incredibly inspiring about a woman who embraces her past, honors her feelings, and moves forward without needing to prove anything. Whether or not Barrys is still a part of that story, either publicly or privately, one thing is certain: her light is shining brighter than ever. Some say she's waiting. Others believe she's moved on completely. But maybe the truth lies somewhere in between. Maybe she's not waiting for someone. Maybe she's just waiting to see if the past belongs in her future. And maybe that's the most honest kind of love. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this story touched you, if it made you reflect on your own past, or if you simply enjoyed hearing about two souls navigating fame and feeling in their own ways, I'd love for you to subscribe and support this channel. There's always more to come and more to feel. Until next time, stay true to yourself, trust in timing, and remember, some stories aren't meant to end. They're just meant to pause. And maybe, one day, to continue. Take care and see you in the next video.